Jorno, is this you? Can I throw it, or is there a helmet?
No, there's a helmet and a camera.
There's 7 of us that are riding these bikes as far as they've ever ridden in America. We're doing 1,200 miles over the span of 6 days, roughly 250 miles a day. We're exploring some of the most exciting gravel roads and some pavement between here and there. Camping, moteling, doing a real, true adventure trip.
I'm Stephen Weisner. I'm just an avid motorcycler. I've done a fair number of long motorcycle trips to South America and around Canada, and I decided to make a route through Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And so we're here at Hayes Lake State Park, which is the beginning of the ride. It's kind of the beginning of the forest as we kind of head east. So it seems like a real natural place to start up in northwestern Minnesota.
Oh, it said recording started.
Yeah, this is me. I'm talking.
How do you work this computer?
I just love how smooth the surface is, like the road. The dirt is just perfect for riding. I like that it's like the ground is kind of damp, so there's no dust.
We had one of the wettest summers, springs in probably at least a decade, maybe this year. So everything is super lush throughout the whole state. It's amazing this year.
Oh yeah, these roads are fun.
So smooth. They don't have to be hard to be fun.
No, I know.
That one section was a little bit...
Greasy, you gotta stay on your toes for sure.
Making sure all the boards are...
Oh wow, that's there.
This is what it's all about. Kind of like being with you guys is awesome, because normally I just ride by. I wouldn't have the, whats to just stop and, I'm gonna climb up there. No, I'm gonna look at it and go,
That's cool.
I'm not gonna do that. We needed a Justin to lead us.
I'm Justin from Rever. I really love inspiring people to go places and travel and use the motorcycle as the tool to get you there. We rely on a community of people who like to do like-minded things to feed a lot of content in Rever, and this is another piece that we just emphasized. And I would say that if there are other people out there that have incredible rides in your backyard that you think deserve to be brought to attention, we'd love to see it. Steve is awesome. I mean, he's a passionate guy. He's ridden to South America, clearly done a lot, and this is kind of his backyard from Wisconsin, so it's great to have a local person.
I'm Bjorn Bredesen. I'm from Eagle, Colorado. I work at Rever. Favorite part of day one of the NAR was definitely getting a little lost on a route. We explored a new area, and it just was a full adventure safari.
Watch the middle. These are gnarly.
Let's go back to that last decision point, left or right.
You want to go 2 up on the fish?
Get on there, dog.
This would be a great camping site. Marshmallow sticks, firewood.
Oh, sick. You roast some mallows.
Come take a seat. Stay a while. Temporary road closure. Well, we can try.
Bree. I came on this ride with the Rever / CF Moto crew just for the freaking adventure. I'm just here for the ride, baby.
My name's Brad, and I work for Northeast Marketing Group. So we do marketing for CF Moto, and it's just been a real cool opportunity to actually get on the bikes and get on this expedition that we're on. You know, we're going to parts of this state so far that, you know, I have been like, I've heard of it, but I've never been able to get up here confidently, and I think that's the coolest thing about what we're doing on this Great Northern Adventure route.
Today we're going to leave Crane Lake and we're going to be heading on the Echo Trail, which will take us right on the southern boundary of the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness. Then we'll go into the town of Ely, which is a sort of headquarters for canoe camping trips into the Boundary Waters and into the Quetico Wilderness. And then from there we'll kind of head down to Marais, and we're going to give a lot of people on the ride their first look at Lake Superior, which is going to be pretty exciting. And then we're going to head all the way up to the very tip, right on the Canadian border, to the town of Grand Portage, and then down Highway 61.
There's something about a twisty gravel road that just hits different, man. I mean, I love like a twisty paved road, but this might be my new favorite type of terrain to ride in.
Dirt is perfect for today too.
It's so smooth, minimal dust, and just the views.
Yeah, that road was great.
Yeah, I love that twisty.
Really fun paved road.
The only thing to watch out for on that road was definitely those tar snakes with the white plastic on them.
This is like my Forest of Eden. It's kind of crazy because as I talk about it, it kind of almost brings me to tears, which is one of those things that's kind of hard to do in the real world. I've been coming up here for like 20 years, and I'll be like riding in here, and I always sort of come away from it going, okay, that's what I put up with that all that other stuff for. This right here, right now, that makes life worth living. It doesn't matter how successful you are, or what you have or haven't achieved, or who your friends are or who your friends aren't, or what you want. If you get to do this, my God, that makes you a lucky person. So this is the Murmur Trail, and this trail runs parallel to Pike Lake. Pike Lake is this lake I hope I'll get to show you here in a minute. We have to take a little detour, but me and my son got dual sports, and I taught him how to ride on this very road, Murmur Trail. It's just the perfect little country lane, if you will. I don't know what else to call it, for a 15-year-old to learn how to handle a dual sport. And so, very special place to me.
Yeah, I come here every summer and hang out with these people. They're like my second parents. Anyway, my friend Joe, he's a famous copywriter. He helped put Harley-Davidson back on the map after they were bought back from AMF in the 80s. and he was the marketing genius behind all that advertising that they did. Cool. And Joe was my mentor in the business as a copywriter. So I started coming up here when we moved here in 2001, and this is many a nights. Some we even got to see the Northern Lights right here. It's super cool. So, but we ride around these lakes, you know, and you're like, oh my goodness, I had no idea that was there. You wouldn't see it. But here we are.
It's beautiful.
Like almost like coming home. Summertime, approaching Grand Marais, the ocean in front of us, Lake Superior, biggest freshwater lake in the world.
The lake is so big, it literally looks like it's going up into the sky.
So we came up the Gunsmith Trail, and then we turned onto this road, which turned into this. And I mean, that's the most spectacular. Would you call that 2-track for the sake of this?
For sure, 2-track, yeah.
That was so sick.
Dude! That was so fun!
That was intense.
That was so good. So much fun.
That was unbelievable.
Bree, was that the best piece of road yet? I mean, what do you
Dude,
think?
I think that's been the best part so far, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that was so good.
That was like perfect.
Jeez.
It wasn't too hard, but it also like was a little challenging.
Yeah. There was a nice little uphill stretch that had like a lot of loose gravel stuff, and you could...
I like that.
Well, I'm so happy because, like I said, I come up here every summer, and now I know where these places are.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
We are in Grand Marais on Lake Superior, and it is sweet. Super rad roads, super approachable, but not in a boring way whatsoever. It's not gnarly per se. It's so different than the mountains of Colorado or the deserts of Utah or California, but it's kind of beautiful in its own way. The loons this morning we woke up, there was like smoke rising from the lake at Crane Lake, and it was different for me and really, really awesome.
Day 2 just wrapping up. I honestly expected a lot of gravel, kind of farm style roads. It was full canopy cover. It definitely felt like I'm in a different country. As we were finishing up our route, buzzing down the pavement, there was basically an I Spy book on the mountain. And there were just, I don't even know how to describe them, but knickknacks and dolls and random items.
Is a knickknack the same as a knickknack?
Oh yeah, maybe not. There were knickknacks all over the
I was just wondering if I'm saying it wrong my entire life.
Do you remember those like I Spy books as a kid?
That's exactly what this is. This is definitely an I Spy book.
I Spy with my little eye. A dragon skeleton.
See it.
I could look at this all day.
an incredible group of people, and we've been crushing the Great Northern Adventure route.
Did I just wake up like 15 minutes ago? Yes. Am I gonna hold the group back? Hell no.
Oh, now the camera's on.
Oh, it's on now.
Battery. How tight? Oh, we got a jump pack.
Give it a sec. Give it a sec.
The thing about this trip is we put together a bunch of people that all have a role to play. And one of those guys, Bill Baker, as we like to call him, Billy Moto, he's a tech specialist at CF Moto. Bill's along for the ride. He's our safety coordinator. He makes sure all the bikes are in great shape. Funny thing about Bill is Bill's like the Maytag man. These bikes haven't broken down for a second, and we kind of haven't needed him to fix anything. So either way, it's peace of mind knowing you got a guy like Bill with you on this kind of a trip.
I'm gonna jump it. I'm gonna come back up the hill.
We are in Schroeder, Minnesota right now. We just went up to Carlton's Peak out here. Check out this view, you guys. We can see the entire lake. This is Lake Superior. It's astonishing. The route getting up here, a little bit rocky, a little bit ruddy, but speed is not really the priority when you're heading up stuff like this, the rocky stuff. You just want to keep your momentum enough to not flip over. But it was a fun time getting up here. It was a good little challenge for me.
A little lower, eh?
Lower?
Lower decker.
Swimming not recommended, but that means you have to jump off the water.
Yeah, all the rivers up here are this sort of root beer color. And if you remember when we were upstream, all the rivers were in these real boggy areas and kind of swamps. So it's like tea leaves, where water soaks up takes on the color of all the stuff in the bogs, and so it comes down. So it's totally clean water. It just has a real root beer kind of tea color.
Skibbity is like not cool.
Check this out, guys.
What is this skibbity to? Oh, God.
That's terrifying. Why are kids watching this?
We're gonna just do some windy stuff through like real Wisconsin kind of lake country. So these lakes are a little more occupied than the lakes that we'd see up in Minnesota. So you'll see more like cabins and a little more of that kind of stuff as we wind through. And then we're eventually gonna kind of swing our way around back into what's called the Pinocchio Range. It's like a bunch of hills around Mellon, Wisconsin. And that kind of will lead us to the Michigan border. So kind of winding through the woods and around lakes, and it'll be pretty. Yeah, should be nice. Went through the Porcupine Mountains wilderness area. Obviously you can't ride the motorcycles through the actual wilderness area, but there was a really fun windy road that brought us down, and it's really fun. You come down and all of a sudden you just, boom, you're looking out over this big expanse of water, and it was really cool.
That's a good one.
Good one? Yeah, I almost made it back over to Minnesota. There you go, look at that. Oh!
So we need to find something cool through here. You get us, connect us into 5 Mile. And we could drive right up the lakeshore, it looks like, but then that's paved. It doesn't seem quite nearly as cool.
Dude, that is like gasp in your heart, cold.
Take my breath away.
So we're in Silver City, Michigan in the UP. Today we're gonna head up into the Keweenaw Peninsula, which sticks straight up into Lake Superior. We're gonna go up to the town of Copper Harbor, which is a really neat mountain biking mecca. And then we're gonna come down around and kind of set ourselves up for tomorrow's ride, which will take us into Marquette and then over to Munising, which is where Pictured Rock Lakeshore is. We actually kind of tweaked and played around last night just because as I discovered how much you guys kind of seem to enjoy going out and finding stuff that's really hard and then getting lost a little bit, we decided we would actually like kind of take a risk and see if we could route things to where we got even a little bit more kind of dirt and maybe a water crossing and stuff. So we'll see how that works out this morning. It might just be that, you know, we actually get out and try to ride it and it doesn't go through, in which case we'll have to do a little backtracking.
Yeah, don't go this way. I'd stand up, there's rocks. want me able to see it?
This is sick. This is what we were hoping for. Yeah.
Gas and find out.
This used to be a peninsula, and then I don't really know the whole history, but they expanded it, the canal out, so that they could get, so boats don't have to go all the way around the Kuna anymore. They can cut through.
Nice.
Then we have the new route.
Right.
Yeah, Norman, I don't have that new route up, so.
All right, just stay on this 41, Justin.
You
want me to
can
lead?
jump if you have the new route up, you go in front of me.
Yeah, this is not at all what I thought Michigan was going to look like. It's much prettier than I expected. I feel like I'm on like a roller coaster in the jungle. Like I feel like I'm like on Jurassic World or something, and I'm like running away from dinosaurs.
Look at this fabulous place. Are we at the gay bar?
The gay bar in Gay, Michigan.
What do you think, Kyle? What's the cameraman think?
Me? I'm not
Yeah.
paid to think.
I'm not paid.
Cool. Got you a shirt.
Oh yeah.
You'd be my chicken.
Dude.
Which one did you wind up getting?
Oh wow, you really got it for me. Oh, I'll put your chicken on my pot, buddy. Here we are. Where are we actually? Leonce, and it's worth seeing. It really is. It's not hard riding, and there's a lot of pavement. And actually, I've really enjoyed the pavement, even on the small 450. The twisties have been really, really, really fun. So we haven't tried to make this the hardest route in the world. We haven't stuck to dirt for the sake of sticking to dirt to go through more forest. There's plenty of forest, there's plenty of dirt, but there's also really great paved sections, but they connect the individual communities that make the most sense to tell the story of this area. So if you want to see the coolest places in this area, come ride this route. How would I describe our group? Well, there's 7 of us.
And how many of us are chicken lollipops?
There's only one chicken lollipop on this group. No, this is great. Are you kidding me? With everybody on this trip, choose your group wisely. If you're gonna go on a trip, especially where you're camping, choose your group wisely. You can't always do that, so be flexible, I guess, is the other part of it.
Okay, I just got a plain cheeseburger.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh my god.
Chili dog?
Chili dog. Who got a chili dog?
Yeah, making you eat chili.
Yeah.
Chile.
We're about 53.
You really ought to put it more.
Paper, scissors, shoot. I don't know, but I'm taking it.
I got pretty good on stuff, man.
Yeah.
Breaking the tire loose by just like yeah, pretty much. And then there's be a couple little connecting pieces to keep us, and we'll literally kind of windy gravel our way all the way right down into town. Windy dirt roads through woods.
Yeah, NAR is the acronym for it. NAR, but it's not that NAR. It's pretty approachable. We found some spicy sections yesterday, but overall, it's
Oh, baby. Bear. Aww. Throwing my key.
So Justin left. He is off to Green Bay, and Bjorn took over the expedition. He's now the expedition leader. That's his new job title for this trip. So far it's been good. He communicates well, clear with his leading instructions. So it's been good so far. He hauls ass. I prefer it that way anyway. But it's been good so far. We're at Muldoon's Pasties.
Pasties. This is how Steve's been saying it.
Pasties. Refresh Daily, apparently they're the #1 pasties in the Upper Peninsula. So that is where Bjorn has led us on this expedition so far.
Pasties are traditional, I think it's Cornish meat pie that the miners used to take with them down into the mines because it's like a really protein carb rich food that they could take down with them and eat during the day. And so it's just a real tradition here in UP. And you know, it's a sort of the traditional one: ground meat, potatoes, onions, carrots, and so it's got a whole meal in one package. That's the idea.
Like, you guys cut right down the middle for the views.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh, it's soft. Oh, check that out.
The reveal.
It's basically a pie.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much all it is.
Yeah. Very satisfying.
I think this whole trip in general has definitely proven to me that I am a much more capable rider than I had previously anticipated. I'm grateful that we had a group together, that we were able to kind of work together to get ourselves through the mud and the ruts and kind of the sticky situation we had ourselves in. So if you like to travel, if you want to make friends, if you want to experience things that you've never experienced in your whole life, adventure riding is the way to go. I started on street bikes and it did open up a lot of doors for me, and I made amazing friends and I learned so much. But I feel like in the last 8 months that I've had my adventure bike, I've experienced more of life in these last few months than I have in my entire life. Get out there, go ride, go make friends, go have fun.
You know, when you plan a trip like this, when you start thinking about it, when you get your stuff together, when you're doing all that kind of work, it's like you're getting the psychological benefits of going on a trip without actually having to do the trip. So you kind of get a 2-for-1 out of the deal. At least for me, it's really cathartic. You know, it's really kind of good for the soul.
You get these tracks in your phone and off you go with total confidence, and it's just one of the coolest things ever. You become sort of like a patriot of your state if you're from here, or you get to discover new states, and yeah, I think it's just the coolest thing about what we're doing here.
It's kind of interesting. It's just one of those things where you set out to make something and it kind of starts as a little thing and keeps growing, and all of a sudden you've got this great big route, which I think that's what doing an adventure is all about. You start, you know, looking at maps and thinking about things, and then start playing around and trying to figure out what route looks like it would be fun, and then you invite some other people to come along with you and have a really great trip. I think that's what the whole idea behind adventure, any kind of adventure, but adventure motorcycling for sure.
Yeah,
I had no idea that was in there. I did not see it underneath the leaves.
Look at the way it's angled. You kind of just hit it at a weird angle.
Oh, I mean, I had no concept. That was a completely...
You were rolling slow, too.
The clamp, like where it actually, like, the lever mounts onto the shaft that goes into the transmission, those were all loose as well. Did you just wink at me?
It's a whole world waiting for you out there. And there's a mosquito on my forehead. Motherfucker!
I came on this trip with one hell of a backache. I had zero pain in my back. It's unbelievable. I'm
4 out
healed.
of 5 doctors say ride a basic bike.
I can't believe it.
You can't. I can't be associated with those words on any more adventure motorcycle films, dude.